An infamous Breath of the Wild ripoff is coming to Switch somehow. We may be getting a Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2. And there's a new YouTube exclusive Pokemon anime that looks alright. Many people were very upset with Genshin Impact from MiHoYo Studios. If you don't know what it is, it's a Breath of the Wild clear ripoff. It looks just like Breath of the Wild. I have a screenshot up on screen. Go look at some of the gameplay and you're gonna go, holy, why would they do, how did this happen? Clearly, heavily inspired, right down to the art style from Breath of the Wild. There are a few key differences we'll get into in a second. But when this game was first announced and shown off, everyone was an uproar. There was an uproar like, are you fucking kidding me? Sony was promoting this because it was a PlayStation 4 exclusive at the time, I believe. And people were breaking their PlayStation 4s, going to like their little conferences where they talk about this stuff, not like a press conference, where they showed off the game at like conventions and stuff. And they were holding up Breath of the Wild copies and flipping them off and everything. It was a big deal. I talked about it on the news when it first happened. People were upset, people were pissed, but the game does look fun. If you like Breath of the Wild, then I think you might like this. It's a very similar game, open world. Literally the bad guys, everything looked the same. It's laid out exactly the same pretty much, except you get to play as waifus, and I love waifus, you know that. So maybe I'd like it better than Breath of the Wild, just because I get to run around with a sick little anime chick, and you're like, Shane, such a wee bitch. So what? But yeah, this was a PS4 exclusive, and now it's coming to Switch, and I'm like, why would Nintendo be like, yeah, you ripped us off, bring it on, baby? I mean, I guess more money for them, I don't know. But another key difference to this is that I didn't mention was that the combat style actually looks a little more involved than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is kind of just like a button mash, like blah, blah, blah. You can do the slow-mo and there's a little bit of some techniques to it with like the bow and arrow and blah blah blah. But this one has like magical powers and stuff. The combat looks better than Breath of the Wild. Like I will say that. And the bosses are really cool. I really like the bosses in this game. They looked really awesome. I haven't played it, but I've just seen it. I will probably more than likely play it when it comes to Switch, honestly. But people are about to be pissed because, like I said, it's a straight up ripoff. Like there's no getting around there. There's no being like, well, it was just inspired. No, it's clearly a ripoff of Breath of the Wild. They were capitalizing on the hype of Breath of the Wild, saying, well, let's make a game that looks just like this and people want to buy it. Which, because PlayStation 4 didn't have Breath of the Wild, so if you had a PS4, you're like, well, I get to play almost Breath of the Wild, right? Well, now it's coming to Switch, so you can play Breath of the Wild and almost Breath of the Wild. A little weird, they had an announcement trailer for it where they added in a new area, which was called Of the Land Amidst Monoliths, was the new area. And, I mean, I don't know, the new area looked cool, I guess. You didn't really get to see it. It just showed the waifu characters. I was like, whoa, anime chick, sick. And then there was just another area. I'm like, oh, new area, I guess. Okay, great. So I'm not too excited about a new area because I didn't even play the original game, so it's all new to me. But yeah, people are gonna be upset about this. Like I said, who knows? Maybe we'll get even, because they were mad about it being on the PS4, right? So it's like a separate, like, oh, you ripped off Nintendo over here, and now you're bringing it to the PS4, but now you're ripping off Nintendo and bringing it to Nintendo. Is that worse? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's better. Who knows? But people were very mad, smashing PS4s and flipping the developers off in person. So I can imagine that the rage is going to continue and maybe be more fervent than ever. Fervent? I don't know how you pronounce that. Than ever. So I guess be on the lookout for your mad boys on 4chan. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle is more than likely getting a sequel, but we may be in the works right now. Maybe we may be getting it sooner than we had hoped, I guess, or if you liked it or not. I played the game, I loved it. I beat the game, had a great time with it. I did not play the DLC. I usually don't buy DLC because I'm like moving on to the next game, but I really loved the initial game a lot, and I was tempted to buy the DLC, but I didn't. Ubisoft Milan made the original one, I believe, and they just had a job listing on whatever website. The people are always trolling these job listing websites to find like, oh look, they're making the new Final Fantasy game. Like they're always like looking for like, oh, the developer's looking for this and that, blah 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 blah. And there's always speculation like, ooh, new Banjo game maybe, but yeah, anyways, the job detail was for a full-time 3D animator to work on a prestigious AAA title by the studio. And you're like, Shane, that does not mean a fucking Mario Rabbids game, what's wrong with you? And you would be correct. They did make Assassin's Creed and Tom Clancy and Just Dance and whatever else, but specifically noted in the notes were high quality keyframe animations for bipeds and quadrupeds. And Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle had both of those, right? And, you know, Assassin's Creed, I don't know, dogs, they have dogs and wolves and stuff. I guess that, I mean, that counts, right? They got to do 3D keyframe animations for them. And also Tom Clancy maybe has bears. I don't know. I've never played a Tom Clancy game or an Assassin's Creed game. I don't really mess with Ubisoft games that much because they're always just like lacking that polish that like other high top tier. It's like there's AAA developers and I feel like Ubisoft is like a AA. They're like not quite there. They're the B team. They're good, but they're not great. I've talked about this before. There's always just some like, ooh, I don't know, you could have polished this a little more with Ubisoft. So I don't really care to play their games that much, but like Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle was great. It did lack a little bit of the polish, so there was some weird music glitching and stuff in there. But I mean, I feel like this is the most likely to come, right? Even though they do make an Assassin's Creed every year, blah, 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 whatever. But I mean, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle was a great success for them. It was a surprise hit. Everyone, when they heard about this, were like, Mario Rabbids Kingdom, what do you mean Mario and Rabbids? This is gonna be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life from Ubisoft. Are you kidding me? Who else would be making it? They own the Rabbids. Because Rabbids are just garbage. It's just like this stupid, like, you think of like Wii trash party games that no one wants to play when you think of Rabbids, like, oh great, just absolute garbage. I'm gonna get in the $5 bin at Walmart, sick. But no, it was very fun. They did it very well. They pulled it off incredibly and I was amazed. So I'm very excited for a sequel and I feel like with how successful that was, they're going to want to get into another one as soon as possible. They don't want to wait a few years and be like, all right, into the Switch life cycle, let's throw one out there. No, they want to capitalize on the Switch when it's hot on fire, baby, right? And they've been asked about like a sequel to it because people do want a sequel to it. And they're like, oh, we can't say anything right now, but our partnership went really well. And it's like, if they didn't have an official partnership going with a sequel, I feel like they would have been like, no, there's nothing in the works right now. They wouldn't be like, maybe we're doing it, right? More than likely, at least. I mean, maybe they want to be little cock teases. Who knows? But I mean, that's what it looks like to me. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, they're working on Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2. We'll probably get it in like a year or two because they already have all the assets and everything. They're not going to need to overhaul anything. Just make a sequel, same vein. I mean, the first one worked fine. Why wouldn't the second one just expand on that? And boom, there you go. It's going to be a lot better, faster, easier development making the second one when they already have the groundwork from the first. So they can crank that bad boy out in a year or two. I have no doubts. It's a very basically designed game. You battle on a grid and everything. Like, it's really straightforward. So it's not that incredibly difficult to believe that they could get a great polished sequel, as polished as Ubisoft can be, in a year or two. So let's hope that's what it is, because I do want to play another one, and saying I'm excited for an Ubisoft game feels weird, but I am excited to play Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2. Hopefully this is it. And Pokemon has a YouTube anime show for some reason, anime series, I should say. Was this out of nowhere? Was this announced before? Because I haven't heard anything about it. I watched the first episode, which was 6 minutes long, and I was like, 6 minutes? Why? What the fuck? It's in the Galar region. It takes place in there. There's no Ash. It's a completely separate, standalone story. It's gonna end in summer, apparently, so not a very long run there, just a few months. And I don't know how frequently the episodes are coming out. Maybe every week. They're only 6 minutes, like I said. If it's every week, that's still a lot of episodes for like a miniseries. Maybe like a couple a month, one every 2 weeks. I don't know. I didn't see that information, so excuse me. But the animation was actually pretty decent for a YouTube exclusive show. It was number 6 on trending when I watched it. For a YouTube exclusive show, I was like, damn, the animation's like pretty good for something they're just dumping online for free, right? I thought it was better than the current Pokemon animations. Whenever I see animation for that, I'm just like, what? Did you guys just like try the least amount possible? This one's not impressive. The animation here is not impressive. I just thought it was better than the main series anime. Currently, the last one that was just on. Not impressive by any means. It's still lacking, but it's free on YouTube. So I was like, wow, they put a decent bit of effort into this. Incredible. Some kid was in the hospital. I'm not gonna give you the whole story. Basically, this kid's in the hospital and he has dreams of watching Leon the champion battle in person. I don't know. It's like whatever anime story, but it's Pokemon, so hey, you get to see all your favorite characters, your new favorite characters from the Galar region, and your favorite pokes battling it out. Battling in the Pokemon anime is just like rough. They're just like hitting each other and getting bruised up and stuff, and it's not like magical in the game, like in the game where it's like, oh look, he flamethrowered that guy's face and it was fine. In the anime, they get burnt and stuff. And in the original manga, like Pokemon died. Like there was an Arbok that got cut to pieces, or maybe it was an Ekans. I think it was an Arbok. Got literally cut into pieces. The original Pokemon manga, I believe it was the original Pokemon manga, or maybe it was like an offshoot, but it was official, was pretty brutal in Pokemon's world. So, you know, the anime is obviously a lot less brutal than that, but it's still fun. It's like still, I was gonna say fun. It's still weird to see like my champ like punching Pokemon in the face and them like getting visibly bruised up by it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And everyone's celebrating like, yeah, tear them apart. It's a glorified cockfight, which we all know that. And PETA loves to emphasize that. And they go, stop playing Pokemon. It's, you know, it's simulating violence between animals. It's like, shut up, PETA. No one likes you. You kill more animals than anyone, so just be quiet. But anyways, if you like Pokemon and you like anime, maybe you got a few minutes to spare, 6 minutes, not a big deal. Go hop over to the Pokemon official YouTube channel and check it out. Maybe you'll be disappointed, but hey, it was only 6 minutes and it was free, so whatever. But if you want to be like this badass on screen right here, hit up our merch store, fugamecrue.bigcartel.com. We got shirts, stickers, mugs, all that fun stuff. Good pricing, fast shipping, good quality. I ship these stickers out myself, so any special requests in that regard, let me know. Send me a picture or video and I'll put you on screen right here and you can hang out next to me on video. If you want to support the channel but you don't want to buy merch, patreon.com/fugamecrue. For as low as $1 a month, you can help us out a lot. All our current patrons are amazing and we appreciate it so much. Anybody that supports the channel just by leaving a comment, like, or anything like that, you're also amazing. We love you all. Links to everything I just talked about in the description. Also my personal channel, Cam's personal channel. We also have a BitChute and a Valera. Go check us out on those websites and I'll see you later.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.